Never a failure, a journey through challenges. Never a failure, a journey through challenges. Once upon a time, in a small village by the sea, there was a boy named Min. From a young age, Min wasn't as fortunate as others. Born into poverty with average academic performance, it seemed like the world was against him. Each morning, Min woke up in a shabby house, his body weary from helping his parents with work. Yet, in his eyes, there was always a glimmer of something, a belief that life must offer more than this. One day, Min overheard a traveler say, "We must all suffer from one of two pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret." That sentence struck Min like lightning, awakening him from his quiet, drifting days. He began his journey, not just to seek success, but to discover his true self. Min learned to see difficulties not as obstacles, but as challenges sent by God to shape him. Each time he fell, he reminded himself, this isn't failure, this is a lesson. Despite the sweat and tears, he got back up and kept going. Min worked twice as hard as others. While his friends slept, he studied. While others played, he planned for the future. After failing an important exam, he looked at himself in the mirror and said, "If others can do it, I can too, even better." It wasn't just motivation, it was a promise to himself. Life doesn't leave room for complaints. Min knew he wasn't rich, he wasn't handsome, but he could work hard. There's no magic, only persistence and discipline, he often reminded himself. Discipline wasn't a burden, it was the gateway to true freedom, financial freedom, time freedom, and the freedom to choose his own path. Min disciplined himself every day. He didn't wait for inspiration, he acted, even when tired. Because he understood, no pressure, no diamonds. The challenges were forging him, making him stronger and more resilient. Whenever difficulties arose, Min faced them head on. He wrote down plans, set clear goals with deadlines. Each step forward brought him closer to his dreams. Unlike those who drifted without direction, Min lived with purpose. He refused to be like a water hyacinth floating aimlessly through life. Min's destination wasn't money or fame, it was happiness. To him, happiness meant doing what he loved, living true to his values, and creating value for others. For Min, optimism wasn't a fake smile or saying, "Everything will be okay." Optimism meant solving the problem. When he failed, he didn't blame anyone. He opened his notebook, analyzed the reasons, and made a new plan. When his family struggled, he didn't run away. He sat down, listened, and worked to rebuild connection. Min believed that solutions would appear as long as he didn't give up. Once, Min failed in a startup project. He lost money and the trust of some people. But instead of collapsing, Min chose to rewrite his path. He listed every mistake, learned from them, and started again. Failure doesn't define who I am. How I rise after failure does, he said to himself. He realized no one cared how glorious your past was. What matters is who you are today and who you become tomorrow. So Min kept growing. Every day was a transformation, like a lobster shedding its shell, painful but necessary. Min also learned to face criticism. He knew that no great endeavor goes unchallenged. If no one laughs at your dreams, maybe they're not big enough, he once read. So he stopped trying to please everyone and chose to live his truth. Though he had no perfect starting point, not rich, not with a high IQ, no special talents, Min believed anyone could learn with enough persistence. He learned a new skill every day, step by step building his future. Over time, what once were weaknesses became his greatest strengths. Each time he stumbled, Min thought of this. Pain is temporary. Quitting makes it permanent. He refused to quit. He was not a sheep. He was a lion. He knew he wasn't born to be defeated. He was born to rise. Eventually, after years of tireless effort, Min succeeded. But more importantly, he became the best version of himself, a resilient, kind, and unbreakable human being. Min's story isn't a myth. It's a journey anyone can take. If you dare to believe, to act, and to change, and you, the one reading this, can be Min. If you start right now, because it's never a failure, just a challenge.